Hi and welcome. I'm Ben and I'm one of the travel specialists at A Journey Down Under. So I used to live in New Zealand for 3 years and I travelled to Australia extensively whilst I lived there. We at A Journey Down Under, we specialise in tailor-made holidays to Australia and New Zealand. We were founded by a Kiwi named Andrew Morton, and his idea was to let the British experience Australia and New Zealand exactly the way that the locals would. So not by racing through the whole country and trying to see everything in one go and staying in large, impersonal hotels, but rather to take your time and to stay in small-scale accommodation like B&Bs, cottages and lodges that are run by these locals. You'll find that they are very proud of where they live and love to show you Australia the way that they know it. You'll find that meeting real Aussies will give you a real Australia experience. Australians are known for the genuine hospitality. That's why we've carefully selected great places to stay since 2006. These places are unique, small-scale stays located throughout Australia, away from mass tourism. Places that you most likely wouldn't find yourself. Whether you like to unwind in a romantic getaway in the middle of nature, enjoy stunning views from a cottage by the beach, we have found it. And for me, Australia has always had more to offer than just nice beaches and great weather. The country is incredibly large and diverse, and really in every corner there's something else to discover. It has hundreds of national parks and the oldest culture on Earth. You can experience the countryside, tropical islands, wineries, coral reef, vibrant cities, the outback, seaside towns, ancient forests, and see some unique wildlife that cannot be found anywhere else in the world. With most of our trips to Australia, we recommend travelling by rental car, an SUV to be specific. This will give you more flexibility and will take you to some of the most beautiful, off the beaten track places that large motorhomes often cannot reach. Australia is 32 times bigger than the UK, so seeing all of Australia in one trip is therefore impossible. It means you'll have to make choices, and we're happy to help. Australia is divided into 6 states and 2 territories. With most of the population living along the coast, so are the major cities. Each city has its own character and differences. In the rest of the country, you'll find special, remote and timeless landscapes. If you're travelling with your partner during the UK summer months of July and August, it's best to focus on the centre and northern part of Australia. These are the best months for snorkelling at the Great Barrier Reef, for example, or hiking through the tropical rainforests of the Daintree, or experiencing an outback safari at Uluru. And when you're there, I definitely recommend having dinner under the stars. Cities in the south like Melbourne, Adelaide, Sydney are best travelled between October and April. It's also a perfect time to spot wildlife such as the koalas in all the national parks, and also to drive the beautiful coastal routes along the Great Ocean Road. You'll find that many small towns there along the way have some fantastic restaurants to offer. It's also possible to combine these southern and northern areas. We work with domestic flights to bridge these distances. And we can offer this in a cost-effective package deal in combination with your international flights. It means you'll be cycling through a metropolis like Sydney one day, and the next day you'll be looking at ancient rock paintings in the middle of nowhere with an Indigenous Australian guide. All of our holidays are tailor-made to perfectly suit your wishes. But in order to do so, we'd love to talk more about these wishes in a personal, non-committal conversation. And we can have this conversation through a video call at one of our offices in London, or even at the comfort of your home. And you know what? We're flexible, so we can do this during the day, in the evening if you like, or even over the weekend if that suits you better. And after this talk, I'll get to work and I'll send you a proposed travel itinerary to look over in more detail. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to talk more about your travel plans to see if I can create the best possible holiday to Australia for you. So don't hesitate to get in touch via this phone number, send me an email via this address, or subscribe to a longer version of this online presentation through this URL. Well, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you soon.